Do you believe that starting a small business is simple, that all you need is a good idea and everything else will fall into place? I need to tell you that this is the biggest lie you've ever been told. The truth is, many entrepreneurs fail because they rely too much on this mindset. Success doesn't come from just a good idea. It requires strategies, planning, and above all, a different mentality. In this video, I will share real secrets that can turn your dream of financial freedom into reality. And if you stay until the end, I promise that what I reveal will not only change the way you see the business world, but also your financial future. Interested? Then comment right now. I will be the first millionaire in my family. Comment only this. I will be the first millionaire in my family. When I see your comment, I will leave a little heart, because I know you are on the right path to achieving that result soon. Now that you've commented, let's get straight to the point. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, has always emphasized the importance of starting small and growing gradually. He says, "Never test the depth of a river with both feet." This powerful phrase teaches us not to rush, but to take careful and strategic steps. When starting a business, many believe they need large investments and revolutionary ideas to succeed. However, Buffett shows us that often greatness lies in small beginnings. The real magic happens when you cultivate patience and let growth happen naturally and sustainably. Have you ever thought that perhaps your next big step is actually a smaller and safer one? Think about the story of Manuel, a small entrepreneur who started with little more than an idea and strong determination. He didn't have access to large resources or investors, but decided to start with what he had. With just a small neighborhood store, Manuel applied smart cost control techniques and reinvested the little profits he had into knowledge and process improvement. Gradually, his store became known for its quality and exceptional service. What seemed like a modest business turned into a successful chain of stores, all because he understood that growing slowly is not a weakness, but a powerful strategy. How would it be if you started seeing the hidden potential in the small actions of your daily life? Focusing on small steps might seem counterintuitive in a world that values rapid growth and big leaps. But the truth is that cost control and investment in knowledge are the foundations that support any successful business. By avoiding unnecessary expenses and reinvesting profits into learning, you create a virtuous cycle of growth. Imagine how it would be if, instead of trying to grow quickly, you focused your efforts on mastering each small step of your business. Each small advance is another brick in building a solid and unshakable foundation. Are you ready to build your success one step at a time? Now let's break this pattern a bit more. What if I told you that by focusing on small steps, you are actually preparing for giant leaps in the future? Manuel's story teaches us that patience and focus on what truly matters can be the differentiators that separate surviving businesses from failing ones. Many underestimate the power of small actions because they believe results need to be immediate. But the real secret lies in consistency. When you control your costs and invest in your own development, you're planting seeds that, sooner or later, will blossom in ways you might not even imagine. Do you have the patience to let these seeds grow? Reflect on the impact that these small steps can have, not just on your business, but on your life as a whole. Just like Warren Buffett, who started by investing small amounts and grew gradually, you too can follow a path to prosperity as long as you are willing to take one step at a time. Cost control, investment in knowledge, and patience are your greatest allies on this journey. If you start small, with intelligence and strategy, where will you be in 5 or 10 years? The answer might surprise you, and perhaps, like Manuel, you will look back and realize that those small steps were, in fact, the beginning of something grand. Seth Godin, one of the greatest experts in marketing and entrepreneurship today, highlights the vital importance of finding and mastering a niche. According to Godin, in a world with infinite choices, who needs your idea? This question is not only provocative, but essential for any entrepreneur who wants to stand out. In a saturated market where everyone tries to be everything to everyone, the true strength lies in focusing on a specific segment, on a group of people who truly value what you have to offer. Have you thought about what your niche is, that area where you can be irreplaceable? Let's talk about the inspiring example of Claudia, an entrepreneur who managed to turn a saturated market into a golden opportunity. Claudia noticed that the pastry sector was filled with competitors offering traditional cakes and sweets. Instead of competing directly, she decided to focus on a specific niche: vegan and gluten-free cakes for special events. This focus allowed Claudia to quickly differentiate herself, attracting a loyal audience that had trouble finding high-quality products in this area. In a few years, Claudia's business expanded, and she became a market reference, not because she catered to everyone, but because she catered to a specific group with mastery. Can you see how choosing a niche can be the key to opening doors that once seemed closed? Identifying a promising niche is a process that requires observation and sensitivity to market needs. First, look around and identify problems that are not being solved or areas where competition is scarce. Ask yourself, where can I add more value? In which area am I strongest? Then, dig deeper. Talk to people, understand their pain points and desires. When you find a niche that not only resonates with your skills, but also addresses a real need, you are one step away from creating something that will not only survive, but thrive. Have you ever stopped to observe what is truly missing in the market where you operate? Creating a competitive edge is the next step, and it requires creativity and courage. After identifying your niche, ask yourself, how can I be different? What can I offer that no one else offers? Claudia, in the example I mentioned, used her passion for healthy eating to create products that not only met a need, but also delighted her customers. Perhaps your edge lies in the quality of service, the personalization of the product, or even the way you communicate with your audience. Whatever it is, it needs to be authentic and impossible to replicate. What is your unique selling point? What makes you stand out? Reflect on the longevity of your business within this niche. The truth is, by mastering a niche, you are not just building a business. You are building a community, a group of people who trust you and what you offer. And this trust is the foundation for solid and sustainable growth. Claudia's story teaches us that by focusing on a niche, you are not limiting yourself. You are specializing, becoming indispensable to those who need you most. So the question remains, are you ready to become a reference in your niche and ensure that your business not only survives, but flourishes? Mindset is the factor that separates billionaires from the rest. In Carol Dweck's book, Mindset, she teaches us that there are two types of mindsets: fixed and growth. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are immutable, that they were born with certain talents or limitations and cannot change that. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset believe they can develop their abilities and intelligence through effort and learning. This is the mindset that defines billionaires. They view each challenge as an opportunity to grow, learn from mistakes, and never stop improving. Now I ask you, how do you face the challenges in your life? As insurmountable obstacles or as chances to evolve? Morgan Housel, in The Psychology of Money, explores how financial decisions are strongly influenced by mindset. He highlights that the difference between those who accumulate wealth and those who struggle financially is not just how much they earn, but how they think about money. Billionaires understand that true wealth comes from conscious and disciplined decisions, such as living below your means, investing patiently, and avoiding the impulse to seek quick gains. Housel shows us that financial success is not just about intelligence or luck, but about the psychology behind each choice. And you? How have you been handling money? Are you making decisions that build your wealth in the long term, or just surviving in the present? Simple habits may seem trivial, but they are the foundation of long-term success. Billionaires like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates share the habit of constant reading, dedicating daily hours to learning. This practice not only broadens knowledge, but also shapes a growth mindset, creating a solid base for more informed and strategic decisions. Additionally, financial discipline, such as maintaining a strict budget and reinvesting profits, is what ensures the sustainability of success. Imagine the impact these habits could have on your life if adopted consistently. Have you thought about how small daily changes can completely transform your future? Now, I want to challenge you to adopt this billionaire mindset starting today. For the next 30 days, commit to reading at least 20 minutes a day about personal development or finance. Choose a book that can expand your vision, such as Mindset or The Psychology of Money, and note down the main learnings. Additionally, create a simple financial plan where you commit to saving and investing a percentage of what you earn. It may seem like a small challenge, but remember, great changes start with small actions. Are you willing to commit to this challenge and see where it can lead you? Remember that mindset is something you can shape every day. Just like billionaires, you can develop a growth and success mindset by focusing on continuous learning and disciplined practices. By accepting this challenge, you will be taking the first steps to transform not only your financial situation, but also your life as a whole. And when you look back, you will realize that it was this change in mindset that opened the doors to the future you always dreamed of. So, I ask you again, are you ready to start this journey of transformation? Billionaires know that the path to success is not just about getting things right, but also about avoiding mistakes that destroy dreams and businesses. One of the most common mistakes they avoid at all costs is growing too quickly without a solid foundation. For many small entrepreneurs, the temptation to expand rapidly can be irresistible, but billionaires understand that uncontrolled growth can lead to collapse. Another fatal mistake is a lack of focus. Instead of trying to embrace every opportunity that arises, billionaires concentrate on what truly matters, maintaining a clear and strategic vision. Have you ever wondered if you are making any of these mistakes without realizing it? Let's talk about the story of Jerome, an entrepreneur who almost lost everything because he couldn't avoid these mistakes. Jerome started his technology business with great enthusiasm, and within a few years saw his company grow rapidly. But this growth came at a high cost. Jerome went into debt to finance the expansion and began to lose control of operations. Instead of focusing on what made his company unique, he tried to compete on all fronts, from new markets to products he didn't master. When the crisis hit, Jerome watched his empire crumble. But he didn't give up. By applying correct strategies, such as focusing on financial management and what his company did best, Jerome managed to bounce back and is now an example of recovery. How would you react if you were in his position? To avoid these mistakes, solid financial management is crucial. This means having clarity about your costs, revenues, and profit margins. Billionaires don't leave these matters to chance. They know that without a stable financial foundation, any business is doomed to fail. Another practical tip is adopting technologies that can optimize your operations, whether it's management software that simplifies financial control or an automation tool that improves efficiency. Technology is an indispensable ally. Are you making the most of the available tools to ensure your business is operating as efficiently as possible? Another crucial point is focus. Knowing where to concentrate your efforts and resources can make all the difference between success and failure. Instead of trying to do everything at once, choose the areas where you can be the best and focus on them. This not only improves the quality of your product or service, but also strengthens your brand and differentiates your business in the market. Remember, trying to be everything to everyone is a surefire path to failure. Where are you currently placing your focus? Are you investing your time and energy in the right areas? Joan's story teaches us that even in the most difficult moments, recovery is possible if you are willing to learn from your mistakes and apply effective strategies. The road to success is full of pitfalls, but by avoiding the mistakes that billionaires avoid, you significantly increase your chances of achieving your goals. So what will be the next step to ensure your business is on the right track? Perhaps it's time to reassess your strategy, adjust your priorities, and, like Joan, turn a potential failure into a story of overcoming and success. Intelligent investing is one of the secrets that differentiates successful businesses from those that fail. Robert Kiyosaki, in the classic Rich Dad, Poor Dad, emphasizes the importance of reinvesting profits to ensure continuous and sustainable business growth. Instead of spending all profits on luxuries or personal expenses, billionaires know that true wealth comes from multiplying those gains through strategic investments. They understand that each reinvested dollar is a step closer to financial independence and business expansion. So, how have you been investing your profits? Are you reinvesting in your business or just consuming the fruits without thinking about the future? Sustainable growth is another essential lesson that billionaires teach us. Although the temptation to expand quickly is great, true business leaders know that growing too much too fast can be fatal. Warren Buffett, for example, has always emphasized the importance of building a solid foundation before seeking expansion. This means not only having a quality product or service, but also a stable financial management and well-defined processes. By focusing on controlled and sustainable growth, you not only protect your business from unnecessary risks, but also create a foundation for lasting success. Have you considered whether your business is growing at the right pace, or if it's at risk of expanding too quickly? To ensure your business grows solidly and consistently, it is crucial to follow a well-defined action plan. First, set clear and realistic goals for reinvesting profits. Determine what percentage of your profit will be reinvested in new technologies, market expansion, or improvement of internal processes. Next, closely monitor your business performance, adjusting your strategies as needed to ensure growth remains sustainable. Another important step is to avoid the temptation to diversify too early. Focus on strengthening your niche and building a solid foundation before exploring new markets. What is your action plan for your business's growth? Do you have a clear strategy, or are you just reacting to daily demands? Additionally, remember that long-term success is not achieved impulsively. Like billionaires, you need to be patient and strategic, understanding that each reinvestment decision should be made with care and planning. Sustainable growth is a process that requires discipline and forward thinking. Don't be swayed by haste or the desire for quick results. Instead, focus on building a business that can thrive for decades. Think about the legacy you want to leave and how the decisions you make today will impact the future of your business. Are you willing to do what it takes to ensure solid and lasting growth? The true key to success lies in your ability to adapt and learn along the way. Billionaires who stand out do so not only because they made smart investments or grew sustainably, but because they never stopped learning and adjusting their strategies. They understand that the market is constantly changing and that success requires flexibility and a growth mindset. Therefore, continue educating yourself, honing your skills, and adapting to new market realities. Over time, these practices will not only ensure your business's success, but also make you a leader in your industry. So, what will be your next step on this growth journey? Here's advice from one of the world's greatest billionaires, Warren Buffett. Rule number 1 is never lose money. Rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. I'll repeat it to make it clear. Never lose money and never forget rule number 1. This means that in any investment or financial decision, the priority should be to protect your capital. Success comes over time, but only if you avoid unnecessary losses. Never lose money and never forget rule number 1. On my YouTube channel, I focus on 3 things: educate, inspire, and elevate others to become wealthy. If you seek to grow, learn, and transform your financial life, this channel is the ideal resource for you. And now, if you've watched until the end, I want you to comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that. When I see that comment, I'll give a heart because I know I've added value to you, and I'll be even more motivated to always bring the best content. Now a powerful video is appearing on your screen as a continuation of this one. It's packed with insights, secrets about money and family that will accelerate your financial results. Click on that video. Do it now.